Hello and welcome to another Delboy gameplay short. This is my little pet project where I'm going to choose some games that I've played back in the day and generally on the hardware that I originally played them on, because my gameplay goes back all the way to the Atari VCS 1977 and the arcades of around that era. So in this series you'll be seeing games from the arcade, but you'll also see them on computers and consoles, because I've had machines all the way up until now, and by now you'll know what this particular game is because you've seen the graphic at the very beginning. So I'm going to switch camera to there's the game so you can see some gameplay, because I'm going to read out some blurb that's on the internet about what this game is. So this is Phoenix, which came out in 1980, and it came out from Taito, although in other countries it was from Century. Phoenix is a fixed-screen shooter set in space. The player maneuvers left and right to avoid objects such as missiles and charging enemies. A force field can be used by the player to protect them from those attacks. The force field only lasts a few seconds and then cannot be used for approximately 5 seconds after. The game consists of 5 stages. In each of the first 2, the player must destroy a formation of small phoenixes, some of which will dive towards the player's ship in an attempt to destroy it. For the 3rd and 4th stages, the player faces a group of eggs that veer back and forth across the screen before hatching into large phoenixes. Eggs can be destroyed with one shot, while the phoenixes must be hit in the body. If the wing is hit, it will regenerate after a few seconds. In the 5th stage, the player confronts a large flying fortress and must shoot through both its hull and a rotating shield band in order to destroy its pilot, all the while fending off attacks by the small phoenixes. Once the fortress is destroyed, the cycle begins again with increased difficulty. 1 life is lost every time the player's ship is hit by an enemy or missile. Without having the force field up, once all the lives are lost, the game ends. Sounds simple, doesn't it? And unfortunately, I'm Earth's last hope, I guess. So that means they've got fat chance. So let's put in a coin, because you're going to see some bad gameplay. And we'll hit the 1 player, and let's see how I do. Hopefully, I've surprised myself, but I doubt it. I sometimes forget that I've got a force field. Or I waste it. You can use the force field to your advantage if they fly into it. But like you say, don't use it. You've got to wait 5 seconds before you can use it again. Look how swarmily they're going now. Oh, look at that. Got lucky. Now this second level, your fire rate is much faster, and sometimes that can be really good, because you can fly through the level, but you can also be stupid and do that. Told you my gameplay. Oh dear. Right, here we go with the eggs. Now, if you can get some of these eggs, you're doing really well, but you know, generally I tend to find I am bad shot. Ooh. Oh, look at that. It hovered over me. Got it. Whew. You've only got that 1 shot again. Not that multi-shot. Why haven't you got the multi-shot all the way through this? I mean, you'd think you'd use it on the biggest ones, wouldn't you? And here's this bit. Now, this is the iconic bit. The bit that I really wanted to get to in the arcades. And to be quite honest, I was useless. But I did blow it up a couple of times. And most people that I saw play it always used to go over to this left edge. Or this edge. And fire away at this band. Oh, look at that. But at some point, you've got to go into here. Oh, look at that. and I got it. That was a lucky shot. And that's the gist of the game. And now it's just like kamikaze mentalness. It really is a sort of like Mooncrester had that kamikaze aspect, but they didn't fire at you until you a little bit later on, where they changed the hardware. But these come flying down like mental, firing at you, and their shots sort of go diagonally at you as well at certain points, like they sort of drift. Oh, there we are. Died. Oh well, I didn't do as bad as I thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to be terrible at it. So we'll just wrap this up. Phoenix is that game that brings back to me the smell of fish and chips, and, you know, going into sort of like taxi ranks, pubs and so forth, where I saw it initially. Later on, it did come to our hometown in a fair, and I was able to play on it then. I've always found it incredibly hard. I used to love watching people play it, though, because I was mesmerised by that big flying fortress. I always wanted to get to it to myself, but I was just particularly hopeless at this game. It really is a punishing game. If you can remember to use your shield wisely, you're probably going to do okay for yourself. But I always forgot. And so that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Roll on the next one. And like the phoenix, I rise from the flames for the next one. Bye-bye.